What is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have Pokemon Stadium 2. We are still at the Gym Leader Castle, but at least we're at the Elite Four. But getting past Will is definitely going to be quite the challenge. It has been, I don't know, 4, 5 streams now that we've been stuck at Will. So hopefully we can get a team that can get past Will and maybe just a little bit of luck on the rest of them. Interestingly enough, it seems like the rest of the Elite Four members are quite a bit more balanced, because once you get past Will, sky's the limit on how far you can make it. Regardless, our last stream ended with our team being defeated, so we're going to go ahead and get a new team real quick. All right. For anybody whose first stream this is, we use random Pokemon generator website, and we click generate, and that gets us our Pokemon. Unfortunately, our first Pokemon happens to be a Pidgey. Then I just, on the overlay here, I change the picture of the image, and then we move on to the next one. Okay, well, this game really is fascinated with giving us Delibird. Unfortunately, I think Delibird has yet to defeat anything. And we've really, really tried to let Delibird defeat something, but unfortunately, it's just not super defensive. Okay, well, so far our team, not great. Ironically, Slugma, the one that we just picked, has probably the best moveset of everything here, but obviously it has absolutely no stats whatsoever. I don't remember the last time I looked at Golduck's stats or moves, but judging by what moves it most likely gets in the actual Gen 2 game, I can't imagine it gets too much that's very good. And Noctowl, unfortunately, flying types don't have the greatest matchup against Will. A lot of them seem to have Ice Punch and Ice Beam and Blizzard. Maybe not all of those moves, but some of those moves. All right, let's go ahead and swap over. All right, set up our team. All right, Pidgey, which, as you can see, none of the stats here eclipse even 90 except for speed. Unfortunately, its moveset is quite meh too. It technically gets the best normal move in the game, Return, but unfortunately, because this is a rental Pokemon, it will have default Friendship. Therefore, the move has like 40 or 50 power, so it's actually quite weak. All right, Delibird, as we mentioned. And the reason why we give Delibird so many tries is its moveset's not that bad. And its stats aren't that bad either. Like 100 special attack, 111 speed is not that bad, but its defensive stats and low HP have it getting 2-shot all the time. But Flying Blizzard definitely has a pretty solid upside. And unfortunately, with a team like this, that Pokemon might actually get played. All right, Meganium. So they gave it... Okay, so Meganium has got over 100 in all stats, which is pretty solid. It has Solar Beam, which, as you may know, with Stab, is 180 power. However... Yep, 120 power. All right, however, the problem is that Solar Beam is a 2-turn move. Grass is resisted by so many types, and Grass is weak to so many types. On the bright side, Will is technically every single one of his Pokemon, I believe, have Psychic. So at least it's the first non-poison grass type in Gen 2, technically by numbers. So, you know, this actually could work. Strength is not the worst, and it's balanced. Physical and special attack means I can pick either one of the 2 moves. Although I don't really see us using Solar Beam, but it's an option. Hey Mariah, welcome to the stream. Slugma, as I mentioned, Slugma's got great great moves, no stats whatsoever. Slugma's stats are basically the same as Pidgey's except for special attack. So it's really all or nothing on the on the attacking front with Slugma. And unfortunately, it's very slow, so it usually gets hit. And even if it does survive, it doesn't survive the next hit, which it will go second. So it really is one attack, and then it's dead. Thank you for upping your membership for the 9th month now, or 8th month now. All right, Golduck. Go ahead and grab Golduck. I don't remember anything about Golduck. Waterfall, actually quite solid. 118 special attack, quite solid. Confusion, not the greatest, but you know, it's coverage and you can't complain about coverage. So that's actually very solid. It's significantly better than I thought. The image of Golduck, the head is really big. Does anybody else think that head is like not proportional to the body? All right, Noctowl. I think Noctowl was okay. Yeah, it's doesn't have stab confusion, and same thing with Golduck. And Fly is stab, but it only has 80 physical attack. So unfortunately, Noctowl just doesn't really have the stats to stay in the game. It's not that bad defensively, and its HP is pretty good. But the problem is, you know, if you're going to survive an extra hit or two, you actually need to deal damage in order to make surviving worth it. And unfortunately, this Pokemon just doesn't seem to deal damage. Its best attack here is Takedown, which damages itself, as you guys may know. And also, not super accurate. I think it's 85. Yep, it's 85. All right, and we'll just go ahead and put the default berries because I don't think this team is really going to get past Will. But we'll definitely give it a shot. And it's team number 10, so after this team, we have to delete all the teams, and we'll hit the big 7-0. All right. So, he typically likes to start with Xatu or Kadabra. The most. Unfortunately, Golduck, with all of its stats, not super good using Waterfall on really any of these. Delibird has Blizzard, which is good on Executor, and Fly, which is also good on Executor. But Delibird also has Blizzard, which is good on a Xatu. But we've had this matchup before, and unfortunately, Delibird loses to Xatu because Xatu uses, I think, 2 Psychics and knocks it out because it's faster than Delibird. So, unfortunately, that doesn't really go well. Which is one of the reasons why I don't really like Delibird, just because it doesn't have a good Xatu matchup. And it's really the only matchup that you want it for. Meganium. Well, as we did mention, Meganium is not weak to Psychic. It will be weak to Kadabra's Ice Punch, but probably best we throw out a good Hail Mary or something. So I guess we'll go Meganium, Delibird, Golduck. We just kind of have to fingers crossed. It's not gonna go super well. Well, Speed, I mean, we're not technically stuck at Will. We're stuck at the Elite Four, which happens to be
same
Will.
thing. I was waiting here.
we basically beat the Elite Four 3 times, and unfortunately, a donation has killed the team every time.
What, at Karen? Like when you were about to win?
Yeah. Well, some people have killed the team when I had a really, really good Karen matchup, but technically it didn't actually win, but one person actually did. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's not interesting.
I was wondering if you were going to use a turn 1 reflect.
I didn't really think about that. It's been a while.
I mean, I thought you would have. I mean, you've been stuck at Will so many times. I assumed you had his whole moveset memorized by now.
I almost do. I know for a fact that if you throw Wobbuffet out, he will pretty much always use, like for Kadabra, he'll always use Shadow Ball unless he knows for 100% certain he will get a special drop with Psychic, and then he'll use Psychic. Gabe cheats that hard. So,
I found it. Oh, sorry.
no, sorry. I was gonna say a lot of things have changed since the last stream. You may
Yeah,
not,
like you got a new hat.
it's not new. In fact, this hat's like 6 months old. But what's new is I now have roommates in the house, so I don't know if somebody will pop by every once in a while, but like the dog popped in here. I don't know if anybody was able to see if it was walking behind me at any point, but now there's a dog and a cat in the house. If that makes any difference whatsoever.
Wait, cat dog is in your house?
A cat and a dog, like.
Oh, not cat dog? Who's that?
Nala, which I assume is spelled Nala, if I were to guess. Okay, well, nothing's faster than Zatu. But who knows? Maybe this will be the time where Delibird actually can knock out Zatu. It hasn't managed to yet, but you know, maybe now that it's already damaged, it might be able to do it.
Oh yeah, double team. It's clearly the best move.
Yep.
What, is there going to be a special drop too? Oh.
It doesn't matter. It's faster than me. Yay! Delibird knocked something out. Woo!
Weren't you partly worried it was going to live at 1 HP?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know how Delibird's special attack is.
All right. Incoming Ice Punch. And Jinx is probably faster than me.
Jinx is decently fast, I think.
Well, still worth going for a fly anyways. Okay. Like I said, I didn't think this team was gonna beat well.
A nice number of lost teams.
Yeah. Technically this is team 70 though.
Your timer's paused.
Oh. You know, I do this every single stream.
22 hours.
I don't think there has ever been a stadium stream where I started the timer on time. All right, so let's see. We probably started 7 minutes ago. Seems about right. 8 minutes ago. There. Timer's not perfect.
Start over. Start over from Faulkner.
We're not going for a world record here. They would laugh at this score anyways. If they'd even take it. I imagine losing is probably against the rules.
I mean, the world record speedrun for completing everything in Stadium 2 is like 19 hours.
Hey, we got them beat.
Like it's like completely everything. Like all the tournaments, both rounds of the gym leaders. And I think there's other things I can't think of. This game has a lot of stuff in it.
Seeing the third Pokemon was Kadabra. Kadabra was our hard counter anyways. Had both Thunder Punch and Ice Punch, so we were doomed. All right. So, team 70 now.
I can hang around a bit. My stream doesn't start for almost 2 hours.
Yep, that's how I spaced it out on purpose.
Do you like doing the 5 o'clock streams? Because it is earlier than normal.
I'm thinking about changing it to 5:15. I find myself like scrambling right at the beginning of every stream to get everything started. Today I didn't even have enough time to set up the vertical stream. I picked up a whole bunch of stuff
getting home from work
from the auction place, and even that. Well, I mean, so I do stuff after work. I picked up stuff from the auction place, and then I went to Wendy's, and that afforded me just enough time to essentially start the stream.
Would it make more sense to start at like 5:30? Because usually I've heard it's better to start streams at like a either on the hour or like on the 30.
I don't know. Oh, fantastic. There we go. We got ourselves a
Yay,
sweeper.
wasted space. Have you ever played with Miltank yet?
Uh, uh I don't know. I want to say its only good move was Stomp.
Do you want me to bring up the rental movesets
I mean,
or
I'll
gym
figure
leaders or something?
I'll figure it out on my own eventually. Oh, come on. I just had a Pidgey.
The Route 1 Pidgey will not leave you alone.
I have 3 babies. What am I going to do? Oh god, I have 4
4
babies.
babies.
Okay. Well, this team is not long for this world.
I like how you still have to try.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe that Dratini has extreme speed.
I seriously doubt.
Oh, I was doing random crystal streams this week. The 2 Pokemon I had to do were Spinarak and Houndour.
Why did you do the babies?
The website told me to.
Oh. If I did that, I would automatically have to round up to the fullest evolved form.
I'm sure most people would have, but I kind of like the fact that there's always a chance I get something bad. It kind of makes it more like nerve-wracking.
At this point, I don't think I'm gonna solo run anything that's a baby unless somebody else is doing it with me.
Hey, I
Anymore.
did Larvesta with you, and you still hated me for that.
Yeah. But I'm saying by myself. If I have the choice of doing a Pokemon by myself with nobody else, I'm not doing a baby anymore. I'm done doing Pokemon that are just not good or not optimal. Oh my god, is Weepinbell our best Pokemon?
I mean, what about Miltank?
Oh, if I recall, Miltank is actually just kind of bulky. It's actually not like super strong. See, look at its special attack, special defense, so low.
Do you know if Will's Pokemon are male? Because Attract could be your like emergency move.
I don't wait. Hold on. Is it even fast enough to do that? Let's see. 126. See, I've nailed down the Xatu at somewhere between 120 like 4 and 130 speed. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in that range. All right, Dratini, I think you have I think you have Dragon Breath. No, okay, so it's Dragonair that has Dragon Breath, I think. Yeah.
Yay, headbutt for flinches.
Whoa, with all that speed.
I always forget Outrage was introduced in Gen 2. Because, like, who learns it?
Tyranitar.
I guess Lance's Dragonite has Outrage, but I almost never see it use it.
It's only the 3rd one. Only the level 51. Oh, here's our sweeper right here. Horn drill to the max.
Are you sure you're good? Actually, wait. Oh, wait, no, this isn't Gen 1. You don't have to outspeed.
Correct. Anything on the Nidoran male line, we're happy to see, because at the very least, it could knock out one thing. No matter what, it could knock out something. Unless it's an Alakazam, of course. Really, anything with Psychic, which, ironically, Will's entire team has Psychic. Alright, start with Miltank, Weepinbell, Nidoran.
But I will say, Houndour wasn't really too bad. Like, it gets all of its good moves really early. Like by the time you're 43, you have both Crunch and Flamethrower.
Houndoom was one of my earliest runs before I understood how the slow level up group really worked in Gen 2. So I think I
Oh
played
yeah.
Houndoom like it was a good Pokemon, and I really shouldn't have. Houndoom
Oh
probably
yeah.
needed some training, and I didn't
I
train.
had to do I had to do a bunch of optional training too, and my run didn't really have too many resets. It's just it ranked low because of the slow group. I had to do so much training because I needed to be 75 for red, but with Houndour being a first stage, I needed 58 for Bruno, so I had to black out in the league to train.
That's not fair. Jinx has so low defense. How in the world does Stomp do more than or do less than Psychic?
If I remember correctly, Miltank is not really offensive.
Yeah, but it's just like it's
80 attack.
stab stomp, and Jinx has
Maybe
no
the Jinx
defense.
has max defense CVs or something.
Uh, they put too many stats on Will. Oh, nothing's faster than Jinx. They're all weak to it. Gotta save the sweeper for last. Get the Gen 1 miss. I know it's not a thing, but just get it. Oh, come on.
What, did you expect anything different?
I expected it to survive with like 17 HP.
Horn drill, horn drill.
Well, it'll never get to use it. What's Jinx gonna do? Miss with Psychic or miss with Ice Punch? Well, guys, we didn't even knock out one Pokemon. Gotta say, I'm super disappointed
Should have
in
used Pidgey.
Miltank. I wholeheartedly expected a two-shot to Jinx. Quite frankly, I expected to do like 75% of the HP to Jinx in one attack. Not less than 50%.
I mean, it is like you said, though. Like, you keep thinking in terms of being 10 levels over leveled.
Yep. Yep.
Remember how I keep saying, hey, that'll one-shot, and it never does?
Yep.
Not even close? Yeah.
All right. Hopefully we get a team that can actually knock something out. Let's see. Honestly, that's a major
Isn't
improvement
Doduo
over
good?
most of the Pokemon we've had. Yes, Doduo is quite good.
Yeah, I remember you said it had something.
I think Dodrio also has good moves too, but I'll take Doduo. Oh, free choice. Heck yeah. Go ahead and make that choice now.
Fed?
Yeah, no matter what. Wobbuffet is the hard counter to Will. Outside of, Will using moves that he's not supposed to use because he knows he's going to get stat drops, that we're pretty good. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure how Zapdos is. I think it only has
Have you ever played
either
with one?
Thunder or Zap Cannon, so it can't be that good. If I recall, Articuno was the only good bird because it has a Sky Attack and Ice. I don't remember what move it was. Huh. One of the birds has 2 attacking moves. The rest of them have 1. Arya does. But at least, and all of the birds are better than all of the dogs. The worst bird is better
Yeah,
than
the
the
dogs
best
are
dog.
bad. The dogs are bad.
Oops. That's all right. Apom and Ariados will get the same amount of play anyways. Okay. 71 lost teams. Peck Tri-Attack. 120 attack, 111 speed. Very solid. Still slower than Xatu though. That's okay. Wobbuffet should be able to knock out a Xatu or a. I pretty much have the AI figured out for both the Xatu and Kadabra, but not the rest of the team. Like she started with Jinx last time, which is he started with Jinx last time, which is very, very unusual. So if I were to throw out Wobbuffet, I'm not entirely sure what Jinx would use, but I would imagine Jinx's attacking moves are Body Slam, Psychic, and Thunder Punch. I really, really doubt Jinx would use Body Slam. Oh, whoops, what was that? Thunder... Rock Smash? Why?
Thunder, Detect, Rock Smash, and Flash?
Just like Entei, why do you just throw out Rock Smash? Rock Smash may as well be Gen Gen 1 Rage. It's useless. It's even useless when it's Stab.
Could Detect be any useful?
Against Fly.
True.
That's only if Thunder can hit something in the air.
Thunder can hit something in the air.
Yeah, well, this is a rule I keep forgetting every stream. I don't know if I don't know if I've seen it happen yet, but I have to see it to believe it.
You know what I just found out recently? Did you know in sunny weather, Thunder's accuracy is dropped to 50%?
Why?
I just found this out.
It requires
Rain makes it
clouds?
100. Sun makes it 50.
Okay.
I did not know this till recently.
Let's see. Zapdos could get frozen. Wobbuffet, we always give it the berry because it will eventually matter. And oh my god, our third Pokemon I guess is Doduo. I don't think Doduo becomes useless if it gets paralyzed. Berry, and then you don't matter. You do not want to get frozen by Ice Punch, and you don't matter, and you don't matter.
Do any of us really matter?
This team matters. This team Wobbuffet can single-handedly beat Will if you get lucky enough.
Doesn't Will know that it's facing a Wobbuffet and will actively avoid using attacks? Is that a thing they do?
Okay, so the first one is usually obvious. And then after the first one, he's sometimes goes 50-50, like he'll switch 50-50, and sometimes he'll just continue using the same attack over and over again. And sometimes he'll switch to Giga Drain because his HP is too low. So there's definitely an AI thing, like an AI element that goes into his decision making. I just don't know what it is yet. All right, Wobbuffet, Zapdos, Doduo.
What's the drink of the day?
Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry.
You mean Diet Dr. Pepper with some cherry ooze in it?
Okay. I highly doubt Jinx will use Body Slam, so we're just going to go Mirror Coat.
Actually?
Knowing my
I was just going to say I found out how the Gen 2 AI works. I'm not sure if it's the same in Stadium 2, but the opponent will always go for the move with the highest damage roll possible. So that's why they'll end up spamming the same move. So if you've got to try and predict the move, just think
Wobbuffet throws like a wrench in everything.
What's the Xatu have for attacks? Psychic, Fly. Does it have anything else?
Nightshade, Fly, Psychic, and Giga Drain.
Yeah, so it's obviously not going to be Psychic.
But it will sometimes switch between Nightshade and Psychic, depending on if it's going to get the special drop. And since the special drop is a 30% occurrence, that's a relatively high chance. He could just use Psychic to use Psychic.
Is that what the AI does in this game?
Yes. It knows for a fact it will get a special drop if it uses Psychic.
Then the AI is definitely improved from Crystal, because in Crystal it has no idea about any of that. So I guess never mind. My advice is not the best.
I mean, there's still a high likelihood that he uses Nightshade.
Trainer hasn't issued an order.
Yeah. I have to think about this hard. Like, okay, so the most devastating outcome is if he uses Psychic, because then I know a special drop's coming and the next Psychic will do more damage. But sometimes he's real tricksy. He'll switch from using Psychic back to Nightshade. I don't understand why. And then if my Pokemon has low HP, he'll be like, oh, I detect a kill. I'll use Giga Drain now.
See, I think your best bet is to go Mirror Coat here, because I'm thinking it might end up going
I feel
for
like
Psychic.
there's a 70% chance it uses Nightshade, though.
You think it?
Well, there's a 30% chance it uses Psychic, and there's a 70% chance I think it uses Nightshade.
How are you making up these percentages?
30% chance to get the special drop.
Oh, you think it'll go for
therefore 30% chance.
I thought the special drop was 10% in Gen 2.
Is that true?
Let me look it up.
We're going counter then. No! No!
Wasn't I the one who said go Mirror Coat?
It didn't get a special drop. So he was just stupid.
I guess Will just loves Psychic. Will just loves Psychic.
Well, now do we go counter for the 50-50 argument? Because he likes doing that too? Like switching back and forth between special and physical?
Okay, yeah. Gen 2 onwards, it's a 10% chance. I think Will just likes to randomly use Psychic whenever he wants.
Maybe, just like
I think you should go for counter. Oh my god.
Just like how Scott likes to say that the Poliswine will just use Fury Attack like 25% of the time for no reason.
Yeah, it only applies with multi-hit moves. I had this happen with my Houndour run, because sometimes Bruno's Hitmonlee will use double kick instead of high jump kick, because high jump kick is a guaranteed kill.
Okay. I think,
Is that Nightshade?
Here's the thing. If we screw up the next one, then we can't defeat Zatu. So you know what?
All right.
Instead of picking the right move, we're just going to go Destiny Bond twice in a row and hope our 2 Pokemon can knock out 1 Pokemon.
I think that's a safe bet. I'm guessing your other 2 are Zapdos and Ariados.
Zapdos and Doduo.
Oh.
I would have picked wrong. I was definitely going to go Mirror Coat.
That was Psychic, though.
Just use Nightshade. Just did 50 damage.
No, that...
Wait.
I could have swore that was Psychic.
No, you're right. I had 75. If it used Nightshade, it would have went down to 25. That's all right. As you can see, Will has a mind of his own.
You could say he's playing mind tricks.
Okay. We'll go Zapdos.
What? I'm calling it Slowbro. Does he have Slowbro?
Okay, I'm fairly sure Kadabra has Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, but not Fire Punch. Not that it matters, but now he's going to use Ice Punch for sure. Thunder it is. Also, it's going to be faster than Doduo, so like Zapdos needs to win because Doduo is not going to even land 1 attack on Kadabra. No, it did more than half. Paralyzed? Yay! Now Doduo can win for sure.
The Kadabra has Fire Punch and Thunder Punch, but no Ice Punch.
Oh. Interesting. Good job, Zapdos.
Also, as a heads up, I did DM Game Dev and let him know you were live.
What do you mean? I talked to him last night.
I told him you were live right now in case you wanted to stop by with a couple dollars.
I thought you said alive.
What the fuck?
You know, like
I said I let him know you were live.
You know how like when someone's like calls the police and be like, "Hey, I haven't seen this person in days. Can you do it's called safety check or whatever?" That's basically what I assumed you were doing. Okay, so Wobbuffet is completely and utterly useless against Koga. So, can't use Wobbuffet. So, it's... Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Slowpoke, right? Yeah, it's Slowpoke. 100 physical attack. If I knew exactly which ones... I don't know if Ariados is part poison or not. Venomoth is definitely weak to Psychic, I know that. Mach is weak to Psychic. Gligar is flying
Venomoth
around.
is a Psychic type.
So Gligar is weak to Surf. Wow, Slowpoke is good against everything here but Electrode. Yeah.
Does the Slowpoke have a Psychic move?
Surf, Psychic, Earthquake.
Why does it have such a good move set?
Because it has 51 speed.
What's the Slowbro got? Psybeam and Water Gun?
Slow... Well, I don't know which one's got which, but I think Slowbro has Surf and Slow King has Psychic.
Man, they got good moves.
Is this the new exclusive on the Soulja Boy game box? I have no idea what that means. I think that's a music artist.
Yes. I don't know, I'm just guessing.
No. Ariados. Definitely not. I mean, Dodo is fine, I guess. All right. Here's the thing. I don't know if I want to start with Slowpoke. The thing is, Slowpoke has a move for everybody. Really, I guess if we see Electrode, we're just screwed. But the Electrode's still going to spend the first turn using Double Team, the second turn using Toxic, and the third and fourth turn using more Double Teams. Technically, I got 4 moves before it uses an Electric move.
Honestly, I think if Slowpoke is going to sweep everything, don't lead with it right away in case something unexpected happens.
Well, here's the thing. Against Koga, you want to lead your best thing, because if you don't, then when you swap into your best thing, the opponent will already have Double Teams set up, and therefore will be harder for the next Pokemon.
I'm always the kind of guy where like I will save the best one for last, because if you lead with the best one and it dies, you're screwed.
And that will usually work. But Koga's different. Koga sets up. So, you know, you don't want to throw in something and then just watch it miss. I've had it before. Anything but Electrode. Oh, wait. No, I just realized I have Earthquake. Anything. I could literally beat anything.
Man, Slowpoke is built for this guy.
Now, the question is, what's going to do the most damage? Because Slowbro's physical attack is actually 25% higher than its special. So
Muck has lower defense than special defense.
Right, but Psychic also has Stab, so that's a tough one. How much higher is its special defense?
Muck? Let me look really quick. I just know from like fighting Koga and other games, it seems to take more damage from physical moves. Yeah, yeah, 75 defense, 100 special defense.
Oh no,
yeah,
that makes the math even harder. So here's the thing: Slowpoke has 100 special attack, or 100 physical attack and 75 special attack. So it's completely offset by Muck's opposite stats.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's separated by 25%.
Because the Surf and Psychic have Stab, so they're higher. So essentially, Earthquake, Psychic, and Surf all have the same amount of damage. Like,
okay, not Surf. Like, this thing's not weak to Surf.
No, okay, not Surf. Yes, you're correct. How's the randomizer treating us? So far, we're at 2 losses, but this team, we got a Lugia, so that means we got a Wobbuffet, so we beat Will.
I think you should go for Psychic, like, because there's the additional chance of a special drop, and if it does less than half, then it's a good thing you got the special drop.
Good call.
Get ready to go.
That was always expected.
It raised its evasiveness. What will the other side do? Oh, that's a miss.
The first one? This is Gen 2 double team. Great. Now we're going to get
Don't
toxic.
you know, like, don't you know if, like, the first one misses, the next 3 miss as well? That's how it works.
I find it funny that Slowpoke's eyes, like, they turned into X's, like it was dead.
Oh.
61 damage? That's it?
Go for Earthquake.
My ninja technique.
Why does it have minimize? Oh, I was gonna say, why does it have minimize and double team? But no, for some reason that thing using double team looks like minimize. Okay, yeah, Earthquake
that was like
the better
70
call.
damage, so it was 10 more damage. So regardless
But they
of
could have been
what move
ranges,
we
too.
used, it did not matter. They were
Yeah,
all gonna 3-shot it, all 3 of them. Well, maybe not
the
Surf.
ninja technique of double team. I remember that one episode in the first season of the anime with Koga. And it just showed him his ace was a, what was it, like a Venonet or something?
I think it was. Like he had Venonats all over the place.
You know, it's weird. That episode showed Koga with his daughter, even though Janine wasn't invented yet. It was some other chick.
Oh, he just used.
This is one of the. This is why I say, like, I'm not the biggest fan of leading with your best one.
Well, he's already got the
'Cause-
double team set up, so whatever Pokemon I throw out next is just gonna have to get lucky.
Well, but the reason is because at least the 2 other Pokemon will do some of the work, and then the best one can
and
just
then
finish it.
then I can throw in whatever Pokemon right now. Like, all right, let's just say 1 for 1. All right, let's say we threw in Doduo first, and it did the same amount of damage that we did right now. Well, now the Mucka's got 3 double teams set up, so whatever Pokemon I throw in second could just miss over and over and over again. So it really doesn't matter which one you throw out, but theoretically, the best one has the best chance of knocking out the second Pokemon after the first one. Okay, well, they're really a difference.
Be a troll. Use some of your double teams.
They're both 8100. And they're both
Tri-Attack has the chance of para burn freeze.
sure.
They prepare for battle. Yes, it's a hit.
Yes.
There it is. Knockout.
Does Karen's Umbreon in Stadium 2 have, like, Sand Attack or Confuse Ray?
Pokemon. Oh, it's Golbat.
I don't think it has both. I think it has one of them.
2 Pokemon remain on each side.
Quite frankly, I don't remember. We've only faced Karen once, and we were about to win.
Appears to be the plan.
Donated. Was it me?
I think it was game dev.
That inflicted some damage. It's a beat.
Oh, it's okay. Well, Tri-Attack is not even going to be a 3-shot, huh? That's very unfortunate.
Oh, wait a minute. Remember Stadium 2 still has that thing where if you switch out, Toxic becomes regular poison?
Well, I was more or less thinking I'm going to swap out before Thunder becomes completely and utterly useless.
Oh, it's that
Right now, as soon as this Golbat uses the first double team, oh wow,
didn't quite work.
ow,
What did that thing use?
it used Detect. I've never seen that before. He hasn't even used a double team yet. Golbat's faster than
I think-
Zapdos? What?
It increased its
It's- It makes sense to me. Like, I remember Koga's Fortress. Like, if you're poisoned, he'll just spam Protect to stall you down.
hanging tough.
That's probably what it was trying to do.
Okay, I think Thunder's down to probably 40% accurate now.
Steve, embrace your inner Red's Pikachu.
Oh my, missed again. The heat
Well, at least it's not Fire Blast. We're only at 5 PP. We have got 10 PP of Thunder.
What's this? Oh, that's a miss.
Hey.
How's that? Oh, that missed.
Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty sure currently Thunder's like 40% accurate.
What'll it do? The poison will steadily weaken the
Statistically, we should hit one of the next 2 Thunders.
That struck home. Oh, it has
You know, I was really expecting Golbat to live, because that thing is surprisingly defensive.
just one Pokemon remaining.
I'm just saying my last 2 crystal runs, even if though I was like 10 levels higher than the rival, the Golbat always lived.
Is Venomoth part bug?
Yes.
So swapping into Doduo with a flying type move's good? Or is that grass that's weak to flying?
Grass is weak to flying, but
Or-
so is bug.
Cool, cool. That's all I needed to hear. Doduo it is.
They prepare for battle.
Yeah,
Zapdos is toxic
the
poison,
Venomoth you
so
want to use
you know
Drill Peck.
this is a win-win.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. Oh, it's poison.
How did all your Kaizo runs do? I was only there for an hour.
It increased its evasiveness.
We didn't get very far.
This new
Uh,
stout Pokemon
only one run,
combat and
I think, made it past Misty. Yeah, Misty, and it was a Haunter. We made it. Oh, right, I remember now. We made it to Surge, and then we lost to Surge. Surge had Doug Trio, and Doug Trio one shot our Haunter. By the way, since the overlay told me damage ranges, that my Haunter had exactly 100 HP, and the Doug Trio's range was, I think, like 87 to like 110 or close, something like that. Maybe it was like 90 to 115 or 110, something like that. Probably 90 to 110. So it really got like a 50% chance of knocking our Pokemon out in one hit, but it did. We missed our Hypnosis, just in case you were wondering.
Worth it.
Well, I mean, you have to. You have to. I was gonna get one shot by a dig, and I'm fairly confident nothing Haunter can use on a Doug Trio is gonna knock it out in one hit. That I had. All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom while you guys figure out what Pokemon we're gonna use.
Definitely Wobbuffet for sure. Zapdos is great for the Blastoise. And I think Doduo for the third one. Actually, Slowpoke would be way better because it's got Surf and Psychic. Slowpoke could probably sweep half of that guy's team. And then just have Wobbuffet as the backup. And then I guess follow that up with either Doduo or Zapdos. Like, what's better, Thunder or Drill Peck and Tri Attack? I think Doduo would be better than Zapdos. But then again, Zapdos would be the
Alright.
one shot.
So here's the thing with Bruno.
I have
I
an idea.
always have a good team for Bruno. Not in this case, but I usually have a good team for Bruno. And then I'm like, all right, if he throws out Blastoise, we lose. And then the first Pokemon is Blastoise, and then we get swept.
Well, here's the thing I was thinking of. Like, the Slowpoke is kind of built for this team as well. Psychic, Surf, it resists water from the Blastoise, and it's got Earthquake for, well, I guess Earthquake isn't as
So
useful.
he pretty
but
much
you could also,
it's like, I want to say 40% of the time he starts with Machamp, 40% of the time he starts with Blastoise, and 20% of the time he starts with Kangaskhan.
I'm thinking the team should be Slowpoke, Wobbuffet, and Doduo.
No Zapdos at all, so, you know, if Blastoise comes out, we just lose.
I guess in that case, Zapdos would probably be a bit better.
Because I'm telling you right now, I've thrown out flying types against Machamp before, and they lose. I've thrown
All
out
right, I
flying
think you
types.
should lead with the
'Cause here's the
Slowpoke,
thing.
though.
Like, for instance, what is Doduo good against on his whole team?
Machamp and Heracross.
And let's be
It'll
honest,
one-shot the Heracross.
it's not that good against Machamp. Machamp's pretty bulky. Machamp's
Does it have Rock Slide or
Let's
something?
put it this way. Yes, it does.
Ah.
Yeah. That's like Machamp always survives a hit no matter what you use against it. You could use Psychic, you could use Drill Peck, it doesn't matter. Machamp will survive and then it will use Rock Slide, or I don't know what he's used other than Rock Slide now that I think about it. Oh, Earthquake or Rock Slide. Those are like the two moves it uses.
Just lead with Slowpoke.
All right, Slowpoke, Wobbuffet, Zapdos. I don't think I've used Wobbuffet very much against Bruno, so I'm not entirely sure how he'll choose moves. Black Air Force, I assume you're talking about the Haunter versus Doug trio. I can tell you right now, if your Haunter doesn't have Psychic, you can't one-shot a Doug trio with anything. Because the best move that Haunter learns, if you don't have Thunderbolt, which we didn't, obviously, is Nightshade. So, Nightshade was probably going to 3-shot or 2-shot. Or sorry, 2-shot. It was definitely going to 2-shot the Doug trio. So, that would give Surge one turn to use Dig, and Surge has good AI, and I know this for a fact because I've done a lot of runs with, let's say, a Lapras or whatever. He will always choose an electric move, whether it's Thunder Shock or Thunderbolt. You always have to assume that it's going to be Thunder Shock that you're going against because he always uses it. Now, of course, he throws in the X speed in there, but you know that's something you can't really plan for. Oh, he got the 20% Kangaskhan. That's not good. I don't know what Kangaskhan will use. I know it's got Dizzy Punch and Earthquake.
What are you sending out? I'm not looking.
I mean, I have Slowpoke currently.
What's the matter?
Maybe I swap into Wobbuffet just because whatever he uses, it's not going to be a big deal. Unless he confuses me with Dizzy Punch.
I mean, that's surely not going to happen, right?
I don't know what the chance Dizzy Punch confuses. I can tell you, though, from personal experience, it's not super high. It feels like maybe a 10% chance, not higher than that. It could be 20, but it's definitely not 30. All right, let's go counter. Because even if he does have a special move, Bite. Of course he has. It doesn't do much because Kangaskhan's got like 35 special attack or whatever. I got flinched anyway, so counter didn't even matter. All right, Mirror Coat.
Dizzy Punch flinches?
What? How dare you?
What did you expect it to use?
Well, just use Bite. It just now used Bite. I guess it only used Bite because it detected the flinch.
All right, go counter.
Well, at this point, now I wonder if I have to go Destiny Bond, because I don't know. Like, let's put it this way. We don't have enough HP to counter. Look at this. Look, best case scenario, all right? In 2 turns, Dizzy Punch does 100 damage. I knock it out. Worst case scenario, it does
honestly, the
75 damage
really bad.
Twice and knocks me out before I could use Destiny Bond.
Honestly, Kangaskhan doesn't really have other checks on your team. I think you should go Destiny Bond. Because if it continues to live, you're toast. Dude, the AI cheats.
See? It detected the flinch. Just when you think, oh, hey, maybe it doesn't cheat. And then it's like, hey, we threw in 2 flinches.
What?
What?
He probably doesn't want the Kangaskhan to die.
Actually,
hey,
this is better.
Killing
this is much better.
Is
I think Machamp's a lot harder to defeat than Kangaskhan.
Here's the question. Does Destiny Bond only lasts for the next turn, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to keep using it?
Yeah,
okay.
I'd pretty much just have to continue.
What?
No way. Is he really going to wait out Destiny Bond?
You? Is he PP stalling?
Is he really that smart? Is he swapping out until he detects he's going to get a flinch? Again?
He's gonna have to stop. Keep going for it. He's gonna stop. See, I told you he'd stop.
Oh my god, I became confused.
Wait, if you hit yourself, does this count?
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Watch him
Okay.
swap out again.
I was
though.
just thinking, like,
What if he swaps out again? Rocks?
rocks.
Oh my god.
It is
he
trying
did it on,
not
he
to
did it on
kill you.
purpose so that way we knock ourselves out.
Does it still
He
kill the
knows.
Kangaskhan?
This dude is freaking playing chess right now. He knew. Even with a crit, it still didn't knock us out. He knew. He knew it would
That
knock
means
us
Destiny
out.
Bond didn't work. He did Rock Smash to purposefully not kill you.
I can't
Did you
believe
see that Rock Smash crit and it did 12 damage?
Insane. I can't believe that.
I think Kangaskhan's got really good special defense in Gen 2, so
yeah, it does, but we're doomed. We've already lost. That means Golem, right?
You know if he has Golem?
Yeah, I figured it had to be Golem. There was no way he was
Does the
going to do
Golem
it.
have self-destruct?
Well, you know, it doesn't matter because Zapdos can't do jack. I guess it technically Zapdos had detect, but I don't think it would self-destruct. That's Gen 2 Rock Throw, by the way. That's 90%. All
Turf.
right. Now he's going to swap out. Oh, interesting. I'll take the free knock. Oh my god, that's nothing.
That's a 10 power magnitude.
15 stab.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, I think for the
Now-
Machamp, use Psychic, and for the Kangaskhan, I still think you should use Psychic.
We're back to having a chance of winning again. Of course, Machamp's faster than me. My name is Slowpoke after all. It did less than half. That was all that mattered. Now the question is, do I do more than half? Probably not.
It's going to do exactly half. That's not exactly.
Ooh,
Oh,
hold on. Hold on.
this is why I told you to use Psychic, because it has the chance. But this is going to crit and kill you.
Knowing my luck, this Machamp's holding a King's Rock and it flinched me.
You want me to check?
No, it's fine. Oh my god, there's a chance. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Slowpoke will survive the next Dizzy Punch that's about to happen, so it's 1v1 Zapdos versus Kangaskhan.
Here's a question. Do you think it'd be a worthy emergency strat if on Zapdos, before you use Thunder, you use one Flash?
I guess the question is, does Kangaskhan have Rock Slide?
Want me to look?
Sure.
Why'd you ask me to look if you were just going to attack anyway?
Because Zapdos isn't out yet? Because Zapdos is the one we were looking up?
Oh, this is Stadium. Okay, Stadium 2 is what I want. Dizzy Punch, Reversal, Bite, and Rock Smash.
Dizzy Punch, Reversal, Bite, Rock Smash. Wait. Dizzy Punch is the best move?
Pretty much. I wouldn't worry too much about the Golem just because
I'm
it's
pretty
only
sure
Rock
Thunder
Throw.
will two-shot. I think I should just straight Thunder.
Oh. You know what? Yeah, I think go for Thunder. I mean, you're near the end anyway.
As long as we don't get confused, we should win this. Okay, actually, I take that back. As long as we don't miss more than once. I'll take a crit. Wait, if that's how much damage a crit did, then we need 3 Thunders.
Rock Smash. Rock Smash. Don't risk it. I'm sure it'll do 30 damage.
No, it won't.
Watch.
You saw how much a crit Rock Smash did to the last Pokemon?
Yeah, but Wobbuffet resisted Rock Smash. Kangaskhan was weak to it, though.
No.
Like,
That's
it would have been really
that's
funny
like,
if
that's
you
like
missed
telling
Thunder.
me, hey, the opponent's got 18 HP left. Let's go ahead and use Quick Attack on our Jolteon. No.
Instead of using Thunder.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I'm
like,
telling you right now,
I'm
it
just
would
gonna
survive with like 3 HP and you were going to look real stupid. I'm telling you, it was
You
going
would
to
have missed
survive.
Thunder, and
It
you
was
would have looked
definitely
even
going
more
to survive.
stupid.
Even if I had missed Thunder, it was definitely going to survive a Rock
Dude,
Smash. Bro,
Zapdos has
this
really
is not
good
this is
attack.
not future Rock Smash. This is 20 power Rock Smash. It does nothing.
It's 30 damage.
Okay,
It has 30
even,
HP.
Okay, all right, here's a better example. All right. Even while super effective, it's the same power as Quick Attack. Do you honestly think Quick Attack would have did 30 damage? No.
But is Kang? Never mind.
No. Quick Attack would not have done 31 damage. So no, it would not have worked.
All right, that's it. I'm going to your super chat. Where's the donation button?
No.
Say sorry. Say I was right.
Far.
Say I was right.
We're
Say I was right.
far.
Say I was right.
Hey, John.
Say I was right.
We're
This is
at
leverage.
Karen. We got this. Let's do this.
Steve, say I was right. Otherwise, I'll get out my credit card.
I can't. I can't say something I don't believe. I don't believe Rock Smash would have knocked it out.
I think $5 will do, right? I'll make you do a Weedle. Come on, I'm giving you one last chance.
I can't. I can't say something I don't believe in. All right, Wobbuffet or Umbreon's gonna use Feint Attack, so we're gonna go Mirror Coat.
I wasn't gonna do it anyway. I really want to see you fight something else.
Okay, well, it's still gonna use Feint Attack, so we're still gonna use Mirror Coat. Now we're just not gonna hit. If it has Feint Attack, it could have worse moves, like Bite. Seriously?
I don't think Umbreon learns Bite. I think it's just Pursuit and Feint Attack.
I'm pretty sure the whole entire Eevee line learns Bite.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Every one of them, including Eevee. Okay, now Murkrow also learns Feint Attack, so Mirror Coat once again. This might actually one-shot if we don't hit ourselves in confusion. What?
Murkrow has Mud Slap, Fly, and Feint Attack and Attract. Okay, you need to switch.
Confused and attracted? No, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and pass. Zapdos against Murkrow, I'll take those odds.
I'm giving you one last chance, man. Apologize.
You know what? You can just run the damage calcs. I'm telling you, it wouldn't
You
do
know
that
what?
much.
Sure. Pokemon Stadium 2 damage calculator.
Luckily, they're both level 50, and you know exactly what their stats are gonna be, so should be calculable. Come on. Yes! We're winning! We're winning! Gonna do it!
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon.
Alright,
Pokemon is
Umbreon.
Will this
Okay, we're definitely faster than Umbreon. Maybe we can get the first Thunder in before it hits us with the inevitable Confuse Ray.
This battle's outcome is still far from certain.
Umbreon's slow as dirt. Oh my god, I got a crit and para? It's like the game wants me to win.
What will do? It's become confused. It's a fierce battle.
I can't find one, so I'm not even gonna try.
Okay,
Both get
that's
ready
fine.
to go.
I thought you would just run it in your normal whatever you usually use.
Yeah, but I don't know the stats.
You don't need
of
to
those
load the
things.
stats. You know they're both level 50. Just put them at both of them equal.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
here's the thing, like, I don't know what to put in for the IVs though,
that,
because that'll make a difference.
I understand what you're saying. However, what I'm saying is it's not going to matter. You could put the opponent with perfect stats and my Zapdos with bad stats, and I'm telling you, it still will not matter. I don't think there's any world whatsoever where that Zapdos would have did enough with Rock Smash.
All right.
Wait, I got confused off that last hit, so I need to swap out again.
All right, I'll test it with a generic Gen 2 calculator. They'll both have perfect stats.
Because I can probably guarantee the opponent has better stats than me, so you can gear it a little bit.
You know what? Sure, I'll cut Zapdos's attack in half. Make it 7 attack.
I can tell you the Zapdos had 99.
Oh,
99 is its attack stat.
99?
99 is its attack stat. I know exactly what that is, the number.
That's 4 attack DVs.
4? 4? They gave Zapdos 4? Oh.
Well, I'm assuming there's no stat XP, so it has to be no stat XP. Okay, level 50 Zapdos with 4 attack DVs against a perfect Kangaskhan. Rock Smash does 17 to 20 damage.
Oh, where's my apology? No, I just used the wrong move.
You never got punished for it.
My special's been dropped, and I'm confused. This Umbreon is the worst. First of all, this Umbreon is fully paralyzed. Second of all, every Psychic that this Umbreon has used has resulted in a special drop. And third of all, it's never been paralyzed.
Yeah, even if the Kangaskhan had 0 defense, Rock Smash still wouldn't have killed. Yeah, I was wrong.
This Umbreon is Psychic? I don't remember you mentioning that.
You never asked.
I don't think it has anything for Slowpoke. Question is,
Let me look again.
Can Slowpoke deal any damage to it?
Surf?
Which one does more damage, or which of Umbreon's 2 stats are higher? Special defense or defense?
Defense is lower.
Okay, then we definitely want to go Earthquake.
Umbreon has 130 special defense.
This Umbreon, though, it's managed to never get fully paralyzed and hit at every single time with Psychic for a special drop. This thing is a miracle. Who's faster? Yeah! Slowpoke's faster than something, guys!
You know what's funny? That Umbreon has a Quick Claw.
That's hilarious. I actually wasn't paying attention. I don't know if that Earthquake did half or not. I think it did. Yeah, that makes sense. Every single time I've swapped out, I've managed to hit myself. Every time I get Confused Raid. This is one of the things I told Speed a long time ago. Confused Raid is never a strat because the first turn, you're saying, oh, you have a 50% chance of hitting yourself. All right, well, that means the very first turn you use it, you're already could be screwed 50% of the time. Might as well consider it a 50% accurate move because they have to hit themselves for it to matter. And then on top of that, it needs to hit itself on the next turn because that's why you used Confused Ray to begin with. So Confused Ray is basically a 25% accurate move.
You already changed my mind. Quit bringing this up.
I know. I'm trying to tell everybody else. Confused Ray may look like a 100% accurate move, but trust me, it's like 25% accurate. Yes, it does hit the opponent, but in order to get the full effect of Confused Ray, they need to hit themselves twice in a row. Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, Attract is... I'm just saying, Attract would be so much better in Gen 2 if the gender wasn't affected by your attack stat. Because, it'd be a 50% chance, but unlike Confuse Ray, it never wears off. Unless the Pokemon switched. So it's a lot better.
God, guys, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
You better hurry before game dev shows up.
Psychic? Oh, wait, it's going to knock me out, isn't it?
Yeah, it will.
Critical hit.
Just double,
I don't think that
double
mattered.
checking. What was that called? Being a dick?
Okay, does Vileplume have a physical move at all?
I have the page up.
That tail will bring out a new
Sludge Bomb.
Pokemon.
Is
But Sludge Bomb is
its
more
most
effective
powerful move?
power. For sure. Its other move is Giga Drain. I think it will go for Sludge Bomb.
Does it have?
I don't think Vileplume's
what
gonna
are
use
the other
Giga
two
Drain
moves?
at full HP.
Does it deal status
Stun
conditions?
Spore and Attract.
The number of remaining Pokemon.
Does
It might
Safeguard
Stun
block
Spore.
any of that?
The 10th
Safeguard does block Stun Spore.
Problem is, if it's gonna use Stun Spore, it's gonna use it right now.
Does it Do you think it outspeeds you?
I'm pretty sure everything outspeeds Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is like one step above Slowpoke, right? Yeah, I mean, it definitely outspeeds.
Vileplume has base 50 speed. Dude, I told you to move.
All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom. Gah!
I told you to go quick. You gotta stop taking your time. John, you absolute asshole.
I have a real problem. Ugh.
What?
You know how when you need to go number 2 and you need to go number 2 so bad you can't even piss out anything? I have that problem right now, but I don't want to stop the stream. We're only 1 hour in, but I also don't want to take a dump on the stream too, because that's gonna just take too long. I'm in a real hard place right now, bowel wise. I think I'll probably do
I never mentioned
another
changing
team.
teams.
Oh, John murdered the team. We were right there. Oh, you know what? We should have at least attacked one time just to see what it would have used.
I was telling Steve, move quickly before game dev shows up.
And this is why
They just want you to do this forever.
This is why we've been stuck on Will forever. There's 4 battles. They're all hard. They all require time, and someone murders the team. All right, let's see what we got. Actually, I think Scizor was quite... Oh, wait. I think I remember. Scizor was useless. Like, it doesn't even have an attacking move useless, I think. Like its best attacking move was, like, unusable. Like Pursuit or something. Venusaur. I don't remember if Venusaur's any good. I don't think it is, but it could be. Dugong's great. I think Dugong had 2 good moves. I think I want to say Headbutt and Ice Beam. Not Headbutt and Ice Beam. Headbutt and Aurora Beam, I want to say. Ekans. All right. Ekans has great moves, no stats. Poliwhirl. If I recall, for some reason, Poliwhirl doesn't have the greatest moves despite being a middle evolution. And Horsey. Okay, this team is real middle. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad.
You got 3 full stages. I don't want to hear it.
You know, that's an improvement over the first 2 teams that died that had 2.
Wouldn't Scizor be very good against Will because it resists Psychic?
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. If I recall, Scizor had no attacking moves. Like good attacking moves.
Speed said do it before game dev.
50 power moves.
Cut.
That's all it has.
But Stab gives it a 75 power move.
Yeah, it's offset by the 95% accurate thing. Let's be honest, Scizor's not going to knock... Even if it resists Psychic, it does so little amount of damage, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Steve, if you end up getting killed too many times, are you going to end up raising the price to kill the team?
That's a good question.
Do you know if that other guy you watched did that?
Or
did the price always stay the same?
the problem is we're comparing apples and oranges. For me to kill the team is $2. For that other guy to kill the team, it was like $200. You have you heard of a hype train on Twitch?
Maybe.
So if somebody donates enough money, they'll start a hype train. And then you have like 2 minutes to get a whole bunch of donations to try and get the hype train up to level 2 and then 3, and then it eventually goes up to 5. But once the time runs out on the hype train is just over. There's no actual reward for the hype train. It's just how high can we get the hype train? But anyways, you can set a difficulty on the hype train, and his hype trains would get up to like level 3 or level 4, and his difficulty was set on like max. So like he would get like $200, and that would kill the team. Oh, Dugong's got rest. Nice. Make sure to give that to Barry. That's why we like Dugong so much. It was the one Pokemon where like the berry actually matters. Okay, I was wrong about Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's not bad. Oh, I see why I didn't like Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's got 82 special attack with just Surf.
Belly Drum and Snore.
So, I mean, I guess the way Game Freak designed this Pokemon to work was use Belly Drum, then use Rest, then use Snore. That's an interesting play. Imagine we put the no, it would never work. Like what Pokemon is Poliwhirl going to survive an attack against? It's not going to survive a Psychic from Xatu. It's not going to survive a Giga Drain from Xatu. It's not going to survive a Thunder Punch from a Kadabra. Like Poliwhirl will never survive anything. And even if it does survive something,
open up the damage calculator.
Right, but I'm saying even if it did,
Special
like let's say
defense 82.
everything went perfectly right. Let's say you did get the whole rest and then the berry thing. You can't use Snore because you'll be asleep. And then you won't survive more than one attack. So it's just, it's not going to work. Also, Snore's 40 power. So like, let's say even if you triple the power, it's still 120. It's not that good. And unlike Curse, it doesn't up your defense. Like there's no added benefit other than physical attack. Or see? Hydro Pump Blizzard with 107 special attack. Have I just never gotten a Horsey before? Because this is straight up better than the bird. That Delibird. Delibird had like 120 speed, which was also too slow for everything else, but like this one has got the choice of Hydro Pump or Blizzard.
You know what's weird? I tried to put Poliwhirl in the damage calculator, and it said at level 50 with max special defense, its only base value is 70, but the one in there was 82. I think some of these Pokemon do have stat XP.
Well, they all have stat XP.
Oh.
Some of the way the stat XP in this game works for the rentals, Pokemon with no stats, a lot of stat XP. Or well, IVs and stat XP. I don't know, it's a mixture of some of it. And Pokemon with a lot of stats like Zapdos, no stat XP and IVs. Like they tried to balance everything out as best they could. Essentially, they nerf good Pokemon and they buff bad Pokemon to try and get, everything. So if like the range of Pokemon and their stats are here, the Pokemon that you can essentially use are here. Ironically, that actually makes the weaker Pokemon sometimes better than the stronger Pokemon. Okay, Venusaur, I'd hate if you got frozen. Dugong, you need to wake up from sleep. Ekans, it would be the worst if you got confused. Berry.
Well, I have Will's team up in another tab, so let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, well, we're gonna start with. Wait, does Zugong have an ice move? Yeah, Aurora Beam. Okay. All right. So we'll start with the Dugong. If Kadabra comes out, so be it. We're screwed. It is what it is. Do we just throw out Scizor for shits and giggles? Man, Poliwhirl, if only you were super effective against anything. Okay, so we were right. Venusaur basically doesn't have any moves. It has stats, no moves. Okay, well, Scizor is definitely coming, even though it doesn't have good moves. And really, it's a debate between Horsey and Poliwhirl at this point. I really don't know. They both don't have stats. Horsey's got better moves. You know, Horsey is the higher upside because Blizzard could freeze.
Well, I can hang for another 15 minutes.
Oh,
I have to do another random crystal stream.
We're probably calling the stream around the time yours starts, so I can move everybody over to yours when I'm done. If you've started by then.
Yeah, I'll have started by then, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Based on my bowels, I might end earlier.
What is it, that time of the week?
Yes. Normally it's Wednesday night because that's when we go out to eat with my parents and they usually get a big meal, but I didn't go last night, so I guess it was delayed to today, which is weird because I did just eat Wendy's. I don't know, that might have sped things up.
You should have eaten Taco Bell.
I would never eat at Taco Bell. They don't have anything. They don't have any discounts. Any discounts whatsoever.
You cheap ass.
You want to know what I got at Wendy's today? I got a free double stack with purchase, and that one purchase that I made was a large chili. So I got a double stack of chili and 2 large drinks, which I provided my own cups for the drinks. So
yeah, because we all know you steal the drinks.
For $3.59, I got a double stack, a large chili, and 2 large Diet Dr. Pepper cherries. Dang it, this Jinx is faster than me, so I can't even use rest.
Did you go to that same Wendy's where you got caught?
Well, they've got all new employees since then. Since that happened, I don't even think a single person is the same. Dude, fast food turnover is crazy in my area.
You know what's funny though? Every time you steal like a large drink from them, they're probably losing like 12 cents.
Oh, there's actually I used to think the same thing, and then there's a food theory episode that tells you how much. Wait, doesn't ice resist steel?
Ice is weak to steel.
Duh.
You mean the other way around?
Okay, I knew there was something about ice and steel. Okay.
Because metal crushes ice.
Yep. But anyways, so there was a food theory episode on cost per size of drink cup, and so like the McDonald's back when they were doing the $1 large cup, it would take
good old days
3 fills to get for the company to lose money. So essentially the guy did the math, and he didn't say if the first fill counts or if it's 3 refills afterwards. So it's either 25 or 33 cents per cup fill. So really, this cup right here, because I'm pretty sure this is $3. This cup, I need to fill it 10 times for me to really be stealing from them. Otherwise, I'm just getting my money back.
So when you get to 9 times, do you get a new cup?
Well, no, of course not. Ironically, this cup that I'm holding is actually new. I just got it like a month ago. The reason I got this cup is because it has a design on it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This is a good teaching element. Hold on, let me go grab my other cup.
I do not condone any of this behavior.
right. Let's see if we can see it on stream.
What's the matter, trainer?
Oh, good. I can see
What's
it.
the
Like,
matter?
hold on. There we go. You see? You see that number?
2023.
This cup is from 2023. And the only reason I bought this cup is because this cup has a design on it, whereas this is the design they've used for the last 2 years. They just recently did the biggie bag cup. So it's like, well, you know, if I'm filling up this cup, they might ask questions because, you know, it's clearly not the new cup. But but now I just go in and I fill this cup first, and I fill this
You know what's
cup
funny?
second.
I don't think this is probably a thing near where you're at, but there's a chain like gas station around this area named I think it's named Nom Nom gas station, and I don't know if they still do this, but I remember I visited one time, and they let you get if you came in like with your own cup, you got 1 free refill a day if you brought your own cup.
I used to do the same thing with Circle K. They had this thing called the sip and save, and it was it started out $6 in 1 month, and you got to fill a cup once a day from Circle K, and they had a stipulation that it could go up to 64 ounces. But here's the thing, 64 ounces, you have to buy a special cup, which I did. I bought a 64 ounce cup, and then I'm like, they make cups that are bigger than 64 ounces, and people that work at gas stations don't give a single shit. The people that work at a gas station can't really tell the difference between a 64 ounce cup and a 100 ounce cup, especially when they both have the Polar Pop logo on them. So I bought a 100 ounce cup, and I fill that cup every single day.
How do you
never
drink that
noticed.
much soda in one day? That's a serious question.
I know you're asking that, but I had 2 subscriptions and 2 cups.
Oh my, was this a long time ago when you had weight problems?
Well, it was diet, but yes. This is how I found out that whatever is in diet drinks, it may not be like super effective on your head, but it really does mess with you a little bit.
Well, it's got
really messed with my
aspartame in
mood.
it.
Yeah, but it messed with my mood. Like, normally not a big deal when you drink this much of a drink, but when you drink 200 ounces of diet pop, it really affects your mood.
Hey Steve, I know your vertical stream's not live, but your hat has a little green screen effect on it. The blue thing is going through it.
Yeah, like I can go over here to Red Gyarados. Yep. That's because Ash's hat has a green slash on it, and the green screen effect is still on. I actually think it's cooler. That's why I didn't turn the green screen effect off. Well. What a shock. We lost. Darn it. I wonder who saw that coming. All right, let's see what we got next. Sand Slash. If I recall, Sand Slash actually has Earthquake. And obviously, Sand Slash is a fully evolved Pokemon, so it has stats. If I also recall, it has no other moves, just Earthquake. Weezing. I don't think we've ever played with a Weezing. Weezing could have anywhere between Sludge Bomb, Sludge. There's a lot of good moves Weezing could have. No, that's not a good move. Okay, well, that's a mascot. Oops. I've played Hitmontop on stream. It is bad. Very bad. Remoraid, actually not a bad Pokemon. It has a lot of coverage. Like, I believe it has Aurora Beam, Psybeam, and Bubble Beam. and it's fast. Okay, well, I don't know if Chinchou will be good, but I could be convinced that Chinchou would be good if they gave it a stronger electric and water move than Spark and Bubble Beam. If they gave it like Surf and Spark, or if they gave it like Thunderbolt and Bubble Beam, I'd be fine with that. But if it's got two mediocre moves, then it's not good. And a free choice. Nice.
Wabba Fett. Wabba Fett.
Yeah.
Wabba Fett.
At this point, first we were like, we'll just pick a best Pokemon. It's not Wobbuffet. We've lost so many times at this point. It's Wobbuffet. It's always gonna be Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet is when you always get donations with Wobbuffet up.
Hey, Wobbuffet has a 5 in 251 chance, or is it 250? I think it's 250.
Technically, technically it'd be a 6 in 251 chance, because what are the free ones? There's Mewtwo,
You're right. Look at my overlay.
Ho-Oh,
It
Lugia,
says Mew, Mewtwo,
Celebi,
Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi, and then obviously
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet itself.
So 6 and 251.
It's 250, I think, but maybe it's 251. I don't really know.
It is 251.
Okay.
Why would you think it's 250?
I don't know. I remember having to make 250 overlays with my original overlay, the one that I built. I had to build 250 overlays because I wasn't smart enough to, code it to do change automatically. I just manually made 250 of them.
That's funny.
Yep. Never used half of them. Sludge and Zap Cannon. That's actually not that bad.
Zap Cannon's the good emergency move.
That can't be accurate. Is Weezing really a balanced attacker? Or they just gave it so much special attacking stats? That doesn't seem accurate.
It's 90 attack, 85 special attack.
Wow, it is a balanced attacker. Who would have thought?
In Gen 1, it had 85 special, so it was always the balanced attacker.
Wow.
Why do you think it gets Thunderbolt?
Well, I mean, I knew it was a good Fire Blast user. Fire Blast was its best attack. All right, Remoraid, do you get all 3 of your 65 power moves? Let's see. Surf, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam. You get none of your 65 power-up moves, and I'm fine with that.
You got the best moves. Why are you complaining about 65?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's why I said I was fine with that. All right. Oh, God, I have to go to the restroom so bad now. I might have to call it an hour and a half. Oh, it's getting hard to even stand still at this point. Thunder and Surf. Oh my God, they give Chinchou the best stuff. They even give it Rain Dance for Thunder. It's only got 91 special attack, but that can be forgiven because both of its moves are stab. I think this is a good cliffhanger for next stream.
Dare.
This team could actually make it. This team could win. I think we actually need to think about
Your
the
other
berries.
team could have won.
All right, we need to actually think of some berries here. All right, so Sand Slash is for Earthquake only. We would hate if Sand Slash got hit by an ice move.
Burn?
So, oh, right. You know what? Burn makes sense. Wait, let's see. Does Burn make sense on anything else? Yeah, Sand Slash is the most susceptible to burn, I guess. Weezing, you would get hit by Psychic, so I guess Confusion, probably. Hitmontap, you will never see the light of day. Remoraid could get hit by an electric move for Paralyzed. Chinchou will get hit by a lot of earthquakes, but that doesn't really matter. Well, you're not going to get hit by an ice move, so Sleep and Wobbuffet is Berry. Okay.
Cliffhanger for the next stream.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining in on today's stream. I have to hit the restroom quite badly. Thank you for joining again. I will see you guys on Saturday when Ike, Speed, and I are going to be playing a Pokemon I can't remember off the top of my head.